Operations on the back are less commonplace than on some other parts of the body, but not infrequently when the back has been injured. Surgery is the only means of giving relief from pain and the ability to live a useful life. This patient injured his back while lifting medium-weight boxes. The operation is for the purpose of removing a damaged disc and fusing together two segments of the backbone at the point of injury, using a piece of bone taken from his hip. The back may lose some flexibility, but the crippling pain will be gone. An examination of this human skeleton will enable us to see where trouble occurs when we persist in treating our backs as though they were made of spring steel. These are the main backbone segments, and these are the discs which act as both bearings and shock absorbers. When twisting, the discs act as bearings. In this situation, they act as shock absorbers. Looks like the shock was too great. Steel bearings in car wheels sometimes crack from excessive road shock, so it is not surprising that these bearings and shock absorbers in our backs can be damaged also by continued abuse. Fred Blaney of the Industrial Accident Prevention Association is using a model representing the backbone to demonstrate where and how damage occurs. It is flexible because it has bone segments and discs as in a human backbone. It will support a heavy load when in a vertical position because the load is supported over the whole surface of the disc. However, when the back is bent, see how the pressure is applied on the edge of the disc rather than on the whole surface. Now, if he lifts the load, the disc is crushed. The same thing can occur to the human back, and the result is severe pain. A very strong man is just as likely to have disc trouble as a weaker man, since his powerful muscles can apply greater pressure on the disc. But this strong man is a trained weightlifter and knows the danger of lifting in this position. He has been taught to lift this way, with his legs. But he has an additional reason for keeping his back straight and legs bent. He knows he can lift a much greater weight this way. The science of weightlifting has taught him that this is the best method. It stands to reason, of course. His leg muscles are much larger than his back muscles. This illustration shows the size of the back muscles compared with the legs. If he were to lift this way, the small back muscles would do all the work. They may be strong enough to crush a disc, but they cannot lift as much as his legs. Observe on the scale the weight he can lift with the back bent. 135 pounds. Now see what he can do in the correct position. 410 pounds. We now know that the correct method permits lifting a greater weight. And we know why incorrect lifting procedure may cause serious damage to the back. But how can we apply this knowledge to our everyday work? We'll come back to Fred Blaney of the Industrial Accident Prevention Association to demonstrate for us. When Fred squats to lift this carton, one foot is ahead of the other for good balance. His back is straight to avoid pinching those discs. And he takes a firm palm grip rather than just using the weaker fingertips. The lift is smooth and steady. Again, Fred puts one foot forward, squats down, back straight, legs do the lifting. You're taking quite a chance lifting that way, Bill. Fred will demonstrate a safer, easier way. Squat down, back straight, grip firmly, lift with the legs, step forward, and set down. That lathe chuck is heavy, Bob. Let Fred show you how to avoid the chance of injuring your back. 1 foot forward and squat down. Back straight. Palm grip. Lift with the leg. Step forward. That is a dangerous way to lift, Tom. When you lift and twist, those discs in your back are being pinched and rubbed between the bone segments. Here's a safe way. Squat down. Grip with your palms. Lift with your legs. Step around and forward. Avoid leaning forward. Women's backs can be injured too, even though the weight lifted is not very great. Incorrect lifting of even light weight has caused many disc injuries. Try it this way. Squat down. Lift with the legs. Step around and forward. That bar is too heavy to lift safely, George. Your friends won't be impressed with your strength if you injure your back. When hoisting equipment is provided, it should be used. Don't forget good lifting practice when away from work either. 1 foot forward for good balance. Back straight. Lift with the legs. Put 1 foot in the trunk to avoid the strain of leaning forward. So when you are at work, or at play, remember this, the pinched disc. And this, the correct, effective, and safe way. Almost 1 out of every 5 compensation injuries involves damage to the back. This man will remember. He learned the hard way.